Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Alexandria, Louisiana. And holy, the crowd is starting to come in, and the temperature is dropping. There's a threat of rain, and they're going to try to get this ball game in, and we're going to hope it doesn't rain on all of our equipment. Coach Thomas Scully is over there getting ready to do the announcements and do the starting lineups. The starting lineups today will feature Notre Dame, the Lady Pios first, number 21, Keely Spell, playing center field. Number 10, Milena Daigle at left field. Number 11, Valerie Brown, the shortstop. Number 24, Allie Tier, the first baseman. Number 14, Lillian Guidry at third base. Number 7, Emily Abshire, the designated player. Number 1, Ava Yates, the right fielder. Number 2, Lydia Brown will be playing second base. Number 4, Lainey Stanford is playing catcher. And number 15, Madeline Johnson is the flex player. Ladies and gentlemen, the flag is blowing out, as you can see. And you can see all the boys' baseball team and other boys. I doubt they'll stay there long because they have those air horns. And they're going to probably have them moved. And they've got little speakers and everything. So they're going to try to raise a ruckus and a ruckus crowd for Notre Dame, the visiting Lady Pios. The crowd for Notre Dame has filled up their section of stands, and people are still filing in. The Lady Eagles, you've seen and heard their lineup before, and it is pretty much the same. Number 20, Emma Davis, is playing second base. She'll lead it off when they're on offense. Number 18, Sawyer Shelton in center field. Number 9, Emily DeSelle at shortstop. Number 17, Addie Wright at first. Number 5, Sophie Giordano playing third. Number 1, Kate Perotti at catcher. Number 13, Kaylee Methvin at pitcher. Number 10, Season Fiascanero in right field. And number 12, Annabelle Drago in left field. You can see Coach Laney Smith talking to David Perkins and talking about the kids over the center field wall. We'll see how long they last over there, but I like it. I think it's a great atmosphere here. Hopefully the rain will hold off. Coach Dale Seary for the Notre Dame Pios and head coach Thomas Scully, along with batting coach Julio Ortiz, pitching coach Elena Smith, and KK Gallagher, all the assistant coaches. Miss Davis going to go over there and tell them they got to be quiet, no air horns. Renee Hicks, I'm sorry. That's right.
Welcome to the Nest. In today's game between Notre Dame Pios and your Holy Savior Menard Lady Eagles.
This is a quarterfinal game. You can kind of hear Coach Scully doing the announcements of the starting lineup. The temperature is, but this quarterfinal matchup is for the right to go to Sulphur and North Frash softball complex for the LHSA state championship, the Final Four. The winner of this game will take on Calvary Baptist. They beat Patrick Taylor Science and Technology 7-0 in 7 innings yesterday at 5. Sorry, Miss Hicks. Just didn't register. I'm getting cold up here. So the Lady Eagle lineup is being called out right now, and they'll all run out to their respective infields and outfields and then get ready for a prayer and the national anthem. Handed out free hot dogs to the first couple of hundred fans, I guess, 100 fans or so. We're glad that you're joining us live. For all the folks down in Crowley, I think Notre Dame Crowley, thank you for tuning in to 446 Sports. If you weren't able to come up to watch your Lady Pios today, this afternoon, we're glad you're tuning in to our broadcast today. The national anthem is coming, and the prayer.
The Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this chance to come together in the spirit of fraternity and sportsmanship. We ask that you please be with all of us. Please bless all of our players, our coaches, officials, and fans. That this game may be free of any incident and any harm. We also humbly ask, Lord, for good weather for this game.
Amen. Hopefully the national anthem will play a little bit louder. In the home of the Lady Eagles. Waiting on my intern to get here. We've got some issues here. Can't let my equipment get all wet. Try to pull it inside a little bit.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we're live. First two pitches, Kaylee Medvin having difficulty finding the strike zone. I'm having difficulty. Test here. And that's ball 3. 3-1 count. Strike 1. This is Keely Spell, the center fielder, number 8, at the plate. There's a shot to center field. Sawyer Shelton will scoop it up. And we got the first hit of the game. Kind of a batter's count. Sophia Scully coming in to help out. Will you grab something for me, Sophia? What is it? In that box, there's like a raincoat. What do they call them? Poncho. It should be just, there might be 2 of them. If we can grab those so we can protect the equipment. And grab that tape. The tape. Folks, I'm sorry you're hearing this on the air, but you know what? We got to grab things and make sure we protect the equipment. Melena Daigle, the left fielder, number 10 at the plate. Thank you. You'll see the camera make an adjustment. There's a stolen base coming down in time. Head first slide for Spell. That was a nice throw from a seated position by Kate Parati. She got it down there as quickly as she could. You able to get it?
Yeah.
So we got a runner at second. We'll put that on there. Nobody out. There's a ball 2. So I'm thinking ball for Parati. See if they'll hold the runner at first. Medvin's got to pay attention. Be somewhat difficult to see. So we'll try to keep an eye on it. Oh, shoot. No. Pass ball is going to score. I'm not sure where our picture is. Oh. There we go. All right. We'll get it all together here. We have 1 run on the pass ball. And are we at second?
Yeah, the runner's at second.
All right. I'm going to hand this. I'll hand the camera over to you. And we'll just try to.
Do we want this? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some tape and tape it while we're taking a little break. Coach is out there trying to just have a little word with Kaylee and calm her down. A lot of nerves here with the quarterfinal game, as you would expect. Lady Pios jump out on top. A little rain is not helping matters either. There's a nice strike. Well, welcome back, Sophia.
Thank you, Tom.
Sophia Scully in. See, we'll give you a press box cam. There she is, the intern from LSUA. They're trying to come down to third. See if they can weather it and get some outs here and get out of this inning. Hopefully holding that runner. Holding the runner at third. Oh, nice wraparound job there.
Thanks.
Where can we tape it to?
I think it's good right now, honestly.
You okay?
Yeah. Maybe here.
Just gonna do that. All right. Looks like we might get a little sun. Father Luke's prayer. Some being answered a little bit. It's just a mist right now. More of a hassle. There's strike 3 for the first out. That's a big out for the Lady Eagles. Runners at third. That is Daigle, Milena Daigle at third. Keely Spell scored. She singled. Singled, stole second, got third on a pass ball, and home on a pass ball. At the plate now is Allie Tier, the first baseman, number 24. Valerie Brown, the shortstop, number 11, was the strikeout victim, last batter. There's a good pitch, foul ball. We got 1-1 count.
I believe so.
So we missed you at the last game.
I know. It has been so busy. Oh, literally, I'm just coming in from Ville Platte. We had a family reunion.
You had to leave early?
Yes, sir.
Or was it breaking up early?
No, we had to leave early.
There's a shot to Giordano. Nice throw over to first to get the out. Didn't really look back, but didn't have to. Nobody was yelling at her to run. Ground out. That's a 5-3. Second out. That's a big out. Second out. We only need one more. Lillian Guidry, the third baseman, number 14 at the plate. Parati got to stop every ball to keep Daigle at bay at third. And folks from Crowley and Notre Dame, you know, we are so glad, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, to have you here on 446 Sports watching this game. But there's a shot to Giordano. She looks it in, the throw over to first. In time! Eddie Wright scoops it out of the dirt, and the Lady Eagles are out of that inning, only giving up one run. And Sophia, you were a 4-year player on this team and a senior last year, one of two. How big was it to leave that runner at third and only have one run on the board and no crooked number?
Tom, if you look at my leg, I just got goosebumps. That was awesome. And this is such a personal game, as Notre Dame beat us in the state championship my sophomore year and then beat us out of the playoffs in the semis my junior year. So I have yet to beat Notre Dame. So this is a really big game, especially for my dad. I know he wants it really bad. And so to leave that player stranded is huge. An opportunity to return to Sulphur. Season last year, your senior season ended here in this game to Calvary Baptist, who's already punched their ticket to the Final Four, and that they are awaiting the winner of this one. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And we're back live. That's number 15, the flex player, Madeline Johnson, in the circle for the Lady Pios. And at the plate is Emma Davis. They're playing her up, you know, as a possibility to bunt the ball down the third baseline. So they're pulling the third baseman, number 14, Lillian Guidry, in. See if the Lady Eagles can break out and get some runs of their own, at least one to tie this thing up.
Did they score one or two? I thought they scored two.
No, they left Daigle.
Oh.
You had Spell go in on the pass ball. There's a shot to the shortstop, scoops it up, and the nice throw over Brown over to, oh wait, shortstop is, Brown over to Tier for the out for the 6-3. So one out for the Lady Eagles, and Sawyer Shelton coming to the plate. Shelton, a threat to try to bunt and score, so they got Guidry still playing way up.
Lots of noise from our student section over here.
Lots of noise. You know, they were up there in the last game, and they got asked to move. I don't know if they said something to the players and make them uncomfortable or what. There's a shot. Oh, they had her played perfectly right up the middle, and that was Brown. Lydia Brown to Brown. No, I take Brown to Tier for the out. But, boy, they had the shift on there, didn't they?
They did.
So 4-3, even though 4 was playing in the center of the infield right behind second base. Here's Emily DeSalle. We'd like to see her deposit one right here in the booth.
No, I don't have my glove, Tom. But
right.
I would love it. I would honestly love
I'll catch it.
Okay. I'm just going to jump off
right
this.
in the mouth.
Yeah, I'm jumping off the scaffold.
Number 9, Emily DeSalle, the shortstop at the plate. She is a threat, major threat. There's a long ball. It's going to be over the flag. Emily DeSalle ties it up with one swing of the bat against the wind. That is a power shot. As you see DeSalle come in, and did that fire up Coach Scully and Laney Smith out there? Woo!
Wow, goosebumps, goosebumps. That's awesome. I think the tripod, like, moved. The tripod. I don't know if it, like, got loosened or what, but it was in the hole, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Wow.
Were you able to track that ball?
I was. I tracked it all the way, Tom.
Sweet. That went over the crowd in center field and over the flag, and the big shot to tie this game up. Talk about maybe rattle Johnson in the circle a little bit.
Absolutely.
I'll bet you that's the last time they pitched to DeSalle.
I bet you it is. And
From the left-hand side, they're not playing her up. She's got a good bat. The first baseman, number 7, shot by DeSalle. And one hit, Abshire, Yates, and Brown to start it off. We'll be back right after these messages.
Like, this is number 6, but the ball is a little bit outside for a called ball. Two-0 count on Abshire. Pitch from Kaylee looked good, but it's called a little high, so ball. Ball 3, so 3-0. Giordano's playing up, trying to judge a bunt for a walk for Abshire. Bunt, pops up a bunt. It's going to be big. So, Tom, the first batter walked and then stole.
Abshire at
Keep that runner at third.
Lady Pios threatening again with the walk. And a stolen base and a pass ball. There's strike 3.
That's huge. Out number 1 for the Lady Eagles.
Yep. Little better start to this inning than last inning, as both players, the first 2 batters got on and one scored. The other one made it, second runner made it all the way to third, and she was left stranded. That's how we have a 1-1 game. There's a pop fly. Sawyer Shelton coming in, drops for a single, and that will score Abshire. Lydia Brown, the second baseman, number 2, with the short fly ball to center, drops in for the single. She's at first. It drives in Abshire for the go-ahead run for the Lady Pios. 2-1 the score now. Ava Yates, the right fielder, was the strikeout victim. Laney Stafford, the catcher, at the plate, number 4. Kate Parati going to have to be on her toes, as they definitely are trying to apply a lot of pressure on the infield with stolen bases. I guess you run until they get you. This is going to be it. We knew it was going to be a tight little ball. Notre Dame, no slouch coming in here. 25-6 on the year, 9-0 in their district. Not even thinking about it. Just make the tag. She's running right by you. Addie will remember that next time.
Definitely. And sometimes it's those little mistakes that kill you in a big game.
I'm not even sure how to, it's kind of an error on Addie's part. She didn't tag her, but she never made an effort, and there was nobody at first. He placed bunt down the first baseline. I guess I'll give her a hit since there wasn't a play.
And second baseman's not going to be covering on that as she's trying to go to second because there may be a play with the runner on first.
So we're back to the top of the lineup, I believe. The flex player doesn't bat. The designated player does, right?
Yes.
So Madeline Johnson is a flex player, number 15. So she's out in the field, the pitcher. That's it. All right. So we're back to the top of the lineup with Keely Spell, who had the line drive single into center field. There's a nice pitch. Even though they have a good traveling contingent here, everybody's all wrapped up. The temperature has dropped significantly in mid-April for a softball game this year. And how great is it that both teams' fans have turned out, and even some folks, from other schools are here watching. Got the new head basketball coach for the Lady Eagles here, Craig Whittington. There's a shot to short. Emily DeSalle over to third for the out. Can't turn two, but a nice play by DeSalle. 6-5. That moves Stanford over to second. And on that fielder's choice, Keely Spell gets first. There's a nice off-speed pitch for a strike.
It's going to be 2 outs for us.
And she was left stranded at third.
Good scoop by Kate.
Vital to keep those runners at first and second. And to get out of this inning with only 1 run. Certainly the pressure has been applied by Notre Dame in both innings on this Lady Eagle team playing at home in front of their largest crowd to date this game and get the nerves out. I think there's still some nerves for the Lady Eagles. Foul ball hitting the toilets.
I'm about to have to go make a visit.
The trucks are lining up. Won't be long before they're under the scoreboard. Melena Daigle waiting on two strike count. Oh, there's a line drive. Going to get through to the left center gap. It's going to score 1. They're going to wave around number 21 going home. No throw home as Melena Daigle gets a 2-run double. 4-1 ball game. A crooked number here in the second inning. Valerie Brown stepping into the plate. She was a victim of a strikeout in her first at bat. See if she's not going to try to bunt and have Sophie charge and try to take third, get Daigle to take third. Way out in front, nice pitch by Medvin. Lady Eagles of Parkview, it's were the victims of the Lady Pios in their last game to get to this one, as Notre Dame beat Parkview Baptist 16-6 to get to this game. There's
Wow, beautiful pitch.
And just to give you a little history, that Notre Dame's got a good softball team, well known. And back in 2020, they hit 37 home runs, and in 21, they broke the national record for home runs. Addie Wright with the line drive out by Brown. The line out to 3, gets the third out. So that takes us to the bottom half of the second inning. We had 1, 2, 3 hits and 3 runs in the inning. And we go to the bottom half. Bottom half of the second inning, and the Lady Eagles trail to the Lady Pios 4-1. We'll be back right after these messages.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
And we're back live in Alexandria, Louisiana at the Ladies' Nest at Holy Savior Menard Central High School. Notre Dame Lady Pios, the visiting team here, they lead it 4-1 as we get the start of the bottom half of the second inning with third baseman Sophie Giordano taking a foul ball off of her foot. Sophie can put it out of the park. The wind still blowing in heavy. Still blowing heavy. In. There's a foul ball. She's out in front of that one. But the wind is definitely blowing straight into the field, making it difficult, which makes Emily DeSelle's home run blast just a massive blast as it was high and over the flag and sailed way beyond the stadium outfield wall. There's a shot down third baseline. That's going to be an error on the third baseman as she wasn't able to attack it. That's an E5. And Sophie Giordano gets on. Kate Perotti here, the catcher, #1, stepping into the box. Runner at first. Let's see if the Lady Eagles can take advantage of the error. Large percentage of runners who make it to first base, especially to start an inning, do score. So let's hope that that the Lady Eagles keep that average on the up. Keep it out of the wind so it doesn't slow it up, because it's a brisk wind.
It is. It's blowing straight in too.
There's the first strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lady Pios and Notre Dame lead this one 4-1 with 3 runs in the top half of this inning. Lady Eagles trying to answer here. Squaring to bunt. Oh, outside pitch. Nice take by Perotti. 3-1 the count. Outfield playing in on Perotti.
This would be big if Perotti walks in. Kaylee jacks one.
Kaylee could help herself out for sure. There's a shot down the third baseline. A nice snag. The throw over to second. That was a great play. Wow. By Lillian Guidry. Diving to the ground, backhanding it, getting up and throwing out Giordano at second. That's a 5-4 for the out of Giordano. Courtesy runner, Parker Nalbanian. In for Perotti. So 1 out for the Lady Eagles. That was a heck of a play, Sophia.
It was. It was a nice play.
Got to give credit where credit is due, even when it's the opponent. But we are the voice of the Eagles, so if we seem a little biased, it's because we are.
We are.
And we don't make any apologies for that. You know, to all of our Notre Dame fans who are tuning in, you know, it's just the way it is. There's a shot that's going to, oh, a nice diving play and out at second. Guidry making up for the early error, getting Nalbanian at second. What a play by Guidry at third. Another fielder's choice to the 5-4, getting the lead out. Wow. She certainly didn't let the error that on Giordano's ball get in the way of making those two big plays. Season Fiascanero, number 10, the right fielder at the plate now with Medvin at first. 2 outs. Need a 2-out rally. Do these Lady Eagles. I was saying, I don't know if I finished, but in 2021, they hit 87 home runs.
Yeah.
Did Notre Dame to break the national record for high school girls softball.
Yep.
That's
they
gorilla ball, as they used to call it when LSU back in the 90s. 87 home runs. Wow. But Menard's the only one with a home run in this game so far. That was in the bottom half of the first inning. There's a nice play. Diving catch by the shortstop, Valerie Brown. And the left side of the field, infield, just making some great plays for that out. The line out to 6 for the 3rd out was Fiascanero. And the Lady Eagles get no runs on no hits and leave 1 aboard as we go to the top of the 3rd. And it's still a 3-run deficit for the Lady Eagles. 4-1 is your score. And we'll be back right after these messages.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
And we're coming back live in Alexandria, Louisiana. Holy Savior Menard Central High School, home of the Menard Lady Eagles. And you're looking on the screen, you see the Wilder Group Real Estate, your friends in real estate, located at 3516 Parliament Court, Alexandria, 71301. The office phone number is 318-625-7475, and the broker is Menard alum Rusty Wilder and his wife Jennifer Wilder. And yours truly, Tom Boucher. I'm a realtor there. My cell number 318-792-6755 is the number to call for all your real estate needs, whether you're trying to sell, downsize, or upsize, or needing to buy a home. Give us a call. We are here to help. And he was a sponsor. It said halftime sponsor, but we don't have a halftime. But we do have a pregame show, and pregame was so different because of the incoming rain and the wind and trying to get things settled in. But we did do some pregame, and Wilder Group Real Estate was our sponsor of the pregame show. 4-1 here in the top of the 3rd inning. This is Allie Tier, the first baseman, number 24 at the plate. And Kaylee Medvin starting her out with 2 balls, no strikes. We need a 1-2-3 inning, Sophia.
We definitely do.
There's a strike. That's a delayed call. Where's our young lady that was calling for us?
I'm not sure.
This group must not be, they must be from another area.
Yeah, they usually don't. The umpires for big games like this and playoff games, they come from neutral areas.
There's ball 4, gets by Parati. Tear will walk down to first. Balls and walks. Pass balls and walks. Not good in softball. Walks can kill you. They're bringing a ball in from from the dugout rather than from the home plate umpire. Good thing Kate was paying attention and didn't just chunk it. Would have hit Kaylee in the back of the head as she was looking over toward the dugout for a ball. So Tier is at first. There's a fly ball out of play. It'll be in the tennis courts. A bunch of little kids playing in the tennis courts. They're going to need to keep their heads up.
Shout out to Dr. Beard, who just came in. She is our new permanent provost at LSUA, and her kids are Menard alum. She came to say hi. So we got people from all over coming to this game, Tom.
Yeah.
LSU's provost, LSUA.
LSUA.
Provost.
LSU Alexandria. It's a school that Sophia Scully attends, our intern here, running camera and doing color.
Fastest growing university in the state, Tom.
There you go. It is over 5,000 students now.
Yep. And we're projecting for 6, hopefully soon. So it's really good. Doing great things. Dr. Beard does great things as well.
Put the runner on first. We got 2-1 or 3-1?
I can't see.
I'll tell you, Kaylee is not in the groove that she was in, last game. There's a shot. Line drive to the outfield. That's going to get the runner over to second. The base hit by Guidry. Boy, Lillian Guidry, have yourself a game, will you? The single to center field moves Tier to second. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. And Abshire coming to the plate. She walked her last time up and scored. But Lillian Guidry made 2 great plays at third base in the bottom half of the second inning to just stall what was potentially looking like a possibility of a nice, half inning.
Right.
Really turn the tide and the momentum around. And they had momentum going into the bottom half of the inning by putting a 3-spot on the Lady Eagles. And now threatening to break this game wide open is Abshire, the designated player, at the plate. Good thing for nets.
Yeah.
Those folks, the Menard folks sitting over there, would have been ducking for cover, but they were the ones sitting in chairs were in the line of fear right there. That ball would have taken somebody's head off.
Absolutely.
You missed the free hot dog.
Oh,
Sophia.
of course I did.
There's a bunt attempt to move the runners, and it goes foul. That's going to be 2 strikes. A big strikeout right here would be nice.
I'm going to have my own hot dog here in a minute, or some cheese fries.
Well, they should bring it to you. Part of the media. Abshire batting from the left side, the designated player, number 7. We could use a strikeout here. Got to get the rotation on the infield right because they're going to be running for third. Strike 3, come on. Oh, it was an inside pitch. Really, Kaylee is letting the non-calls get to her.
Yeah.
She's got to control those emotions.
Yeah.
On the mound there.
Yeah, you've got to stay composed.
You saw her lift her face up to the sky like, oh, my gosh, why didn't I get that strike? But you just got it. There it is.
Foul ball.
Oh, and Kate couldn't hang on. Yeah, there's some frustration there for Kaylee Methvin that she's got to figure out a way to get over it.
Yes, it's very important.
Refocus and just think of nothing but the next pitch. Tried to get her on a rise ball. So all the momentum and the energy is coming out of the first base dugout with the Lady Pios. Hopefully the Lady Eagles can start talking to each other. Outside pitch, Kaylee didn't like that call.
She's got to stay composed. She's been in way too many of these situations to act out. She really needs. It's really important for her to stay composed.
Yeah, and for the team too.
Exactly, because as she goes, we go.
This is a point in time. There's ball 4 because she just getting too frustrated. Nobody out. Bases loaded. And Ava Yates coming to the plate. She struck out in the second inning. And then Lydia Brown, the second baseman, singled. Nowhere to go for a double, to double them up. But the line out to DeSalle for the first out. Still got to play up a little bit. Lydia Brown, second base. She had a single in the first.
I was wondering if he was going to try to squeeze bunt.
Got everybody moving. I tell you what, this is a time right now, one of the games they can draw on is the Oakdale game, the final district game. Nice job by Parati. She's got to stay in front of that ball. But they had to come back twice in that game to win and go undefeated in district and to move up into the number 4 spot. So if they can just draw on that game and what it took to come back twice. There's a nice pitch.
Strike called.
I don't like the delay call.
Me
like
neither. Stresses me out.
4-1 your score here in the top of the third inning, and the Lady Pios are threatening big time. 1 out, bases loaded. Lady Eagles can't afford to fall behind too much. There's a line drive to the outfield. Sawyer Shelton can't get it. It goes by her. That could clear the bases as Fiasconero slips. It's going to get 2 runs in as Lydia Brown gets the single, and then the ball gets by Sawyer Shelton. That scores Tier and Guidry, and Abshire goes to third. So 1 out, runners at second and third, and we've got a 6-1 ball game. For Lainey Stanford, who singled on a bunt up the first baseline. I'd watch that. Addie Wright didn't tag her. That was a costly play because it could have been the third out at the time.
Yeah.
And instead, Stanford ended up scoring.
She did it again.
They're letting it go out of bounds. Tell you what, there's only 1 out, so if you're playing up and she's going to bunt, your play has got to be at home.
Absolutely.
You got to stop. Is that not a strike? I mean, that is a tight strike zone. That was right at the kneecaps. As long as he's consistent, though.
Same
Strike
pitch.
2.
Same pitch.
Good Lord heard Father Luke's prayers.
Can we take this poncho off?
Certainly.
It is just bothering me.
We'll just keep it. Oh, there's a shot to DeSalle. Looking back, the throw over to first. In time. Get her at home. Put the tag down. Double play. She's out. What a great job by DeSalle. Addie Wright with the play of the game. That's a double play. Yep, out at first. That's a double play. Nice job by Addie Wright to backhand it in the dirt and to throw it home. And Kate Parati with the tag. That's a 6-3 for the second out. And then got Abshire at home for the 3-1 third out. You got 2 hits, and 2 runs. And we've got a 6-1 ball game as we head to the top of the 4th inning. And that was huge for the Lady Eagles. Now see if they can take that momentum and do something with it. We're back with more right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate.
And we're back live for the start of the bottom half of the third inning, and the Lady Eagles are in a bind. They find themselves trailing by 5, 6-1 to this Notre Dame Lady Pios team, who's had some great plays in the field, but the Lady Eagles ended that half of the inning with some great plays of their own, a great play of their own, as DeSalle grabbed the grounder, looked the runner back, threw it to first. It was a little outside and in the dirt. Addie Wright scooped it up and then threw it home, heads up play, and beat the runner, and Kate Perotti put the tag on her, and that ended the inning with a double play and kept the game at 6-1. Lady Eagles have Annabelle Drago at the plate, number 12, the left fielder. And let's see if Annabelle can get things going for the Lady Eagles. Pitches on the outside. We're about the halfway point in this game. It's a 7-inning game. Well, yeah, bottom half of the third. And bottom half of the fourth gets us to halfway. But we need to do something. We need to put a couple of runs on the board here to get the crowd riled up. Get them. There's a grounder that's not caught handle, but did not panic. Was Brown, or no, Guidry over at third, and she makes the play. 5-3 for the first out. Trapped that ball in the dirt, able to pick it up, and a strong throw over to first for the out. Back to the top of the lineup now is Emma Davis at the plate. She grounded out to the shortstop. It's a 6-3 play. Really need Emma to get on and get things rolling here. Got to need her speed on the base pass. And the Lady Eagles need to start putting some pressure on this Notre Dame team.
I am out of breath from running.
I don't feel so bad then.
You shouldn't. I just ran. Speed ran.
Well, you speed ran. I trotted, and I was out of breath. Hey, there's a shot! Hits the grass. Maybe held it up from possibly getting to the wall for a double, but Emma Davis with a line shot down the third baseline. Nice job. Good job of the left fielder to get over there, but boy, it hit that gap between the dirt and the grass and popped up. That brings Sawyer Shelton to the plate. Runner on first is Davis. Shelton, they got him shifted again with the second baseman playing at second. So they don't have to worry about it. She's already there for a throwdown if they tried to steal. So that kind of takes the steal out. But they are expecting Shelton to go opposite field with the ball. If she could somehow square around and pull the ball, they got a big hole. There's a bunt. It's still fair. Shelton dives into first, and that brings up DeSalle to the plate with 2 runners on and 1 out. That is about as little as you can bunt it and still be fair.
That was crazy. She bunted it almost on the box.
Davis over to second, and
They're
walk
putting DeSalle on.
to load the bases.
Our crowd is getting excited, Tom.
They walk DeSalle. Open it up for Addie Wright, who lined out to first for the third out in the first inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Lady Eagles can really get things going here. They've really been hitting the ball well lately once they're able to time out the pitcher. Emma Davis got to be ready on a pass ball. Everybody's got to be moving. DeSalle ran pretty well around the bases with that home run shot. I didn't see any evidence of the hamstring pull.
She probably can't feel anything right now.
Addie Wright at the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. Need a base hit here or a hit batter. Giordano on deck. She hit it down the third baseline, and Guidry had the error, but then she promptly made up for it with the next 2 batters. Addie Wright could really help out. She just had a great play at first, digging the ball out of the dirt. There's a shot, it hits the gap. That's gonna score Brown. They're gonna try to get her at home. The throw is out and over the head. DeSalle over to third, and Addie Wright to second base, and 2 runs are in. Emma Davis scores. Shelton puts pressure on the throw, and it's over the head of the catcher. She scores. DeSalle over to third, and Addie Wright with the single.
That's huge.
In the gap between third and short. And she's at second. Put those 2 runs on the board, and the Lady Eagles have cut the lead in half. It's now 6-3 with 2 runners in scoring position, and Sophie Giordano coming to the plate, the junior. She's got several home runs on the year. Don't need one, just need a base hit to get 2 of them in.
Look at the shift that they're playing, Tom.
Yeah, if she can go opposite field, she'll definitely score them. She pulled it down the third baseline. Maybe some pressure can be on Johnson now in the circle. And look who's on deck. Oh, it's Kate Perotti. All right. I'm leaving my umbrella up here because you never know. It's just the wind switching.
Big moment for Sophie.
Trying to dig it out of the dirt. Come on, Sophie, get you a good pitch.
I feel like I'm as nervous as I was when we played them.
Playing them. Number on the board here in the bottom of the third. Boy, throw that pitch just a little further inside so Giordano can take it down the first baseline. Addie Wright at second, DeSalle at third. That automatic walk, boom, there's a shot. That's going to be foul ball. It might hit somebody on the tennis courts.
Their fault. They should be out here watching this game, not playing tennis.
Somebody needs to be yelling at those kids. But you know what they'll say? Look up! And then you get hit right in the forehead. There's a shot down the right field line. It's going to be fair. Oh, just shy of fair territory. Oh, my gosh. Giordano almost pulled it off.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Woo, that was close. Tell you what, this inning has gotten all of the Menard fans and the girls in the dugout got their hands out from under the blankets or out of their pockets and clapping and cheering and really getting some momentum on the side of the Lady Eagles here in the bottom half of the third inning. Giordano guarding that plate. Need to get a hit and get these 2 runs in and then see if Kate can bring her around. Giordano, line drive in the gap. That's going to score 2. Giordano's going to get to second. Will she have time to get to third? No, she'll stand up with a double at second base in the right center field gap to cut the lead to 1. 6-5. Lady Eagles with a huge inning right now, answering back. This is a great battle of two good teams.
It's so hard not to freak out and scream.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, there's
You're a professional
so much
now.
built into me right now. I just want to scream.
Kate
Tom.
Parati with a chance to tie the game. There's a grounder to the shortstop. Nice play to look Sophie Giordano back, but look who can help herself out here. 6-3 for the second out.
Oh my goodness, Tom. Oh my goodness.
6-5 the score. Lady Eagles cut the lead to 1. Kaylee Medvin, pitcher for the Lady Eagles. A base hit could tie the game for a 5 spot in this inning. Right now, there's 4 runs across the plate so far. Medvin could really help herself out. They're playing her straight up.
I think this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Not scream.
Yeah, I get that way when I'm up in the press box for the LSU games.
Oh my gosh.
And I can't scream because I was screaming like crazy for 20, almost 30 years in the stands in our seats. Boom. All right, come on, Kaylee. You got a 2-strike count on you, 0-2. Medvin, the 8th batter of the inning.
What an inning for the Lady Eagles.
It's a great answer so far. We'd like to get that other run that's sitting there at second in the body of Giordano. That would tie the game, tying run at second. But either way, the fact that they cut the gap and changed the momentum and started putting some pressure on the Lady Pios is a big positive for this bottom half of the third inning. There's a shot, a line drive caught by Guidry. Line out to 5 for the third out, but the Lady Eagles can be proud of that inning and what they did. Fiasconero will lead it off in the bottom half of the fourth, but we got to get through the top half first and hold them scoreless. 1, 2, 3 big hits and 4 runs off of those hits makes it a 6-5 ball game. As we move to the top of the fourth, we'll be at the top of the lineup for the Lady Pios in Spell, Daigle, and Brown. And let's see if we can have a 1-2-3 inning and get right back into the batter's box. Back in a moment, right after these messages.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do?
We're back in the top of the inning now. Catch you up on what's happened. In the first inning, Lady Pios got 1 run on 1 hit, and that was the hit by Spell, the leadoff hitter, who leads off this inning. She was able to come around and score as they sent 5 batters to the plate. She hit it dead center field just in front of Sawyer Shelton, which we've seen 3 hits like that. Shelton tried to dive to get to a ball and didn't really have enough space to get there in the last inning, and that allowed a couple of runs to come around and score as the ball rolled to the fence. Fiasconero doing a good job of getting over there to back up. But Spell, Keely Spell, the center fielder, at the plate now. We need a 1-2-3 inning. Medvin can calm down a little bit, knowing that the Lady Eagles put 5 on the board in the bottom half of the third to cut the lead to 1. As we correct the Wallace Eye Center and Associates scoreboard. Wallace Eye Center and Associates sponsoring our school board the last couple of years, and we want to thank them. They've been a major title sponsor for 446 Sports since its inception. As in the last 2 years, Valex, a title sponsor as well. You see them in the bottom right-hand corner. And then all of our sponsors, you can see BU Designs right there, walk-ons. They rotate up in the top right corner. If you're in the Alexandria-Pineville area, please use and go by these sponsors and give them some business. We are grateful that they have joined the 446 Sports team to be able to make these broadcasts available free to the public. There's a shot, line drive. Giordano with the quick glove. What a play by Giordano. Big hit in the bottom half of the third to score 2 with a double, and coming back and quick glove action right there to catch that line drive for the first out. Milena Daigle coming to the plate. She walked in the first inning, doubled in the second. She's a left fielder. She's been trouble. We got it. We changed the momentum there. That's the first time Spell's been out in this game, and Daigle has not been out either. She hasn't scored, thank goodness. She was left at third in the first and left at second in the second. But Milena Daigle has been on base 2 out of 2 times. See if we can change that with an out here. That pitch was low, 1-1 the count. A little bit different. Hopefully Coach Smith able to kind of get into Medvin's head there in the dugout, telling her just throw your pitch and get back into thinking about the next one. Two and 1 the count to Daigle. It's pretty dry. It's not, even though we've had rain, it's not, muggy.
Right.
But I see her going to the rosin bag a lot. There's a pitch.
Probably just some sweat.
2-2 the count on Daigle. Man, I should not have worn shorts today.
I know.
Should have worn my sweatpants. Or at least brought them in the car. There's a shot. Foul down the first baseline. Addie Wright playing on the line. Not able to get to that one, but knowing it's foul. Boy, Daigle with a quick bat there. We're playing her straight up. We do have a pretty deep, although our outfield has shifted a little bit. She's got room down this line, and she's fast, too. She puts it down the line, she might have a triple. Full count. Would not chase that pitch. Good softball here today, live from the Ladies' Nest at Holy Savior Menard Central High School. Foul ball coming out to the practice field. Huge game here in the quarterfinals of the high school playoffs. Division III winner goes to Sulphur, Louisiana at Frash Park to be in the Final Four. There's a dribbler to second, scooped up, throw over to first in time for the 4-3. So the Lady Eagles change the momentum and get Spell and Daigle for the first time. A 1-2 inning. Valerie Brown was a strikeout victim in the first and lined out to Addie Wright in the second. They can get her out one more time. We'll have our first 1-2-3 inning, and that is what you want to do. Put a goose egg on the board after you put a 5 spot on them. The Lady Pios were not able to do that, as they had put 2 runs, scored a run in the first, 3 in the, or 4, no what, 1, 2, 3 in the second and 2 in the third. So they've scored in every inning. This would be the first inning that the Lady Eagles would be able to get them out without putting any runs on the board. Lady Eagles got 1 in the first to tie it, then couldn't do anything in the second, left 2 runners on, and then got the 5 spot. Strike 3 for Medvin. to get out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the Lady Eagles with a shot in the bottom of the fourth to tie it and take the lead if they can take advantage of the 1-2-3 inning. We're back with more right after these messages.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you.
We're back live with strike one on the first pitch to Season Fiascanero, the 8th hitter in the Lady Eagle lineup, right fielder number 10, batting from the left-hand side. Fiascanero, a line out to the shortstop in the second inning. There's a shot down the first baseline, and it'll be corralled and stepped on for the first out. Ground out to first. Annabelle Drago coming to the plate. She was a victim of a 5-3 third base. One of those really good plays by Guidry over there at third to get the out at second.
I am seeing a trend with this pitcher. She's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. So as a player, I'd pick up on that and be ready to jump on the first one.
Yep. You know, in our last game, we made a point in the post-game interview with Coach Scully. There's strike two as Drago thought it was inside, moving out of the way. But the bottom half, the bottom four players accounted for 7 runs. You know, I think it was 7. It's in my old book. I had to buy a new book. But about 7 runs. Oh, she's lucky to get a piece of that one. Boy, was she way out and fooled on that. Let's go. Let's regroup, Annabelle. We need you on base to get the top of the lineup going again. Emma Davis on deck. There's a shot over the, oh, had her played perfectly. The fly out to 9 for the second out. 2-out rally here. Let's see if we can get something going and not let the Lady Pios put a goose egg on the Lady Eagles here. Davis at the plate. They got the third baseman in case she tries to bunt her way on.
If she could just place one right over the third baseman's head.
We won't take a commercial break at this out. We'll leave the camera on so that you can take over. Pop fly coming our direction. Short field. The wind no problem. And the fly out to 6 as the shortstop comes out to get it. So a 1-2-3 inning. Lady Pios do it to the Lady Eagles in the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th inning with Tier, Guidry, and Abshire coming to the plate. And we're going to leave the camera on, and we'll be back for the start of the top of the 5th when they throw out the first pitch.
And we're back. Live from the nest. Up to bat is number 24. Tier. I guess that's how you say that. Tear. Yep, we're back. First pitch was a ball. Ball in the dirt for Medvin. 2-0 count on Tier, first baseman. Lady Eagles did not score last inning. That looked to be foul, but they're calling it fair. So number 24 will advance to second off of that hit. And up comes Lillian Guidry, the third baseman. She hits a line shot that gets past Drago. One will score. Guidry is coming around, and they're going to hold her up at 3. Up comes Emily Abshire from the left-handed side. Strike one.
Yeah, thank you, Wesley.
It's going to be 1-1 count on Abshire. Squares for bunt. Ball in the dirt.
Good job, Sophia.
Thank you, Tom.
Except for the score.
I didn't do that.
Picture should be back on. Mr. Campbell, you see the picture back? We had my umbrella hit a button, so thanks for the update. Mr. Campbell getting it. Wesley Welch coming in handy with a camouflage jacket for me. There's a shot. Nice job by Sophie Giordano to let the ball go foul. You had two doubles or no, a double and a single.
A double and a triple.
Well, that ball got under Fiasconero. So a single out there, but the error on 9 allows her to get to third. 1 run in, nobody out. Runner at third is Guidry. Abshire at the plate. Walked her first time up. There's that hit fair. They're going to call it foul. Nice job by the umpires. Well, you know what? If they gave the coach what he wanted, she'd be out at home.
Yeah.
So you ought to quit arguing.
Or it might have been obstruction on Sophie.
Well, but Sophie was making the play before the runner would ever go, and the runner chose to run after she missed the ball. And then Sophie's got a right to the ball.
Right.
Since she was there first. And then the runner stopped thinking it was foul, and then nice heads-up play. There's a shot back and the throw over to first in time. Nice job by Medvin. 1-3 for the first out on Abshire, leaving Guidry at third. Ava Yates, the right fielder, coming in. Wesley Welch giving me a mossy jacket, little hunter's jacket to get some warmth going.
I'm going to need some pants.
Yates trying to bunt. The play home, no! Sophie going to second, nobody covering. Lady Eagles kind of not keeping their heads in the game there. Yates with the bunt. Giordano fields it perfectly, but the runner, the squeeze bunt, she didn't pay attention, and Guidry scores, and Yates goes all the way to second with no throw because there was nobody at second to guard it. Sawyer Shelton didn't run up to cover second. Everybody's got to have your head in the game. That's what pressure does to you when the other team starts putting pressure on you. Lady Eagles got them out 1, 2, 3 in the fourth, but in the fifth it's a different story. 1 out, runner at second, and 2 runners are already in. It's a 3-run game now after they cut it to 1 here in the top of the fifth. Lady Eagles have 9 outs left. There's a pop fly to shortstop DeSalle. She'll handle it. Pop up to 6 for the second out by Lydia Brown. This will bring up Stanford, who's had a single in the second and a grounder to DeSalle in the third for the 6-3 play. They need to get this out and get back in the dugout and start getting some runs. Again, I just talk about the drawing on the Oakdale game, the last district game to stay undefeated in district and to win it and not tie it with Oakdale. Had to come back twice for an 8-6 victory. And right now the game is 8-5. So very similar circumstances for the Lady Eagles. Just some uncharacteristic mistakes and not being aware of where your runners are or what they're doing and nobody talking to each other. Giordano trying to go to first on and handling that bunt and had the runner coming into home. There's a pop fly. Davis going around to try to get to it. It'll be in the tennis courts. So 2-strike count on Stanford.
I think what Giordano tried to do was pump fake, but she didn't realize that the girl had already taken off. So after she pump faked, it was already done with.
Well, there was nobody at first either. I mean, Addie was coming in case she had to make a play. And then nobody was there to cover second, and that's how Yates, that's why she's standing there. So runner on second, 2 outs, and 2 runs in for the Lady Pios of Notre Dame. There's a pop fly. Giordano can get to it, and she does. So a pop out to 5 for the 3rd out. But they get 1 hit on a couple of errors. No, 2 hits, a double and a single. 2 runs on 2 hits. And we're back to a 3-run ball game, 8-5 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. See if the Lady Eagles can get back on the board and get some runs going here. We're back with more right after these messages.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations. Trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at
All right, here we go. Bottom half of the fifth inning. This is Menard's time to shine here. Sawyer, Shelton, DeSalle, and Wright. 2, 3, 4. There's a line drive, though, caught. Line out to 6 for the out. So Valerie Brown doing a nice job. I saw the new head ladies basketball coach out here earlier, Craig Whittington, announced yesterday. Was it yesterday? Thursday. There's a shot by DeSalle. That's going to get into right field, trying to get her out. Boy, that hamstring is healthy now as she motored down the line to get the first. A nice throw by the right fielder. That was a dart. All right. Got a runner on. Addie Wright at the plate. Wright lined out to the pitcher in the first inning, singled to left field in the third in that four-run third inning. Got DeSalle at first. Wright, then Giordano and Parati, if we can get them all going here. Those boys made it a lot longer than I thought they were. There's a line drive. Is it going to get? Oh, it gets by. DeSalle can make it home. Wright could end up at third. They're going to send DeSalle. Addie Wright holding. And DeSalle will score. Wright with the single. And the dive to get it. Well, that's one thing outfielders have to know. You have to know that you're going to make the catch. If not, you got to keep that ball in front of you.
There's no one behind you in the outfield. I've totally missed that shot too, but it's okay. Sorry, people out there.
We'll get the next one. Giordano had a big double in that four-run inning out to right center. Lady Eagles got one back. It's a two-run game now, 8-6. There's a shot up the middle. Right, they're going to hold her. They're going to hold her. The throw home. Boy, I tell you what, that is a nice arm out there. But heads-up play by Giordano. As the throw goes home, that was a mistake. Giordano takes second. Single up the middle. Throw home allows her to go. Runners at second and third, one out. And they're going to call timeout to have a conference in the circle. Coach trying to calm things down for the Lady Pios, but the Lady Eagles are rallying.
That ball almost took the pitcher's head off. I don't know if you saw that, Tom, but that ball almost took her head off. She had to dodge seriously for that ball.
I did not see it. I just saw it coming into center. I was trying to get a beat on it to make sure it was going to get down and be safe. DeSalle had to hold up, but you know what? You know that hamstring is healthy. She made it all the way home from first.
And if it's not, she's just pushing.
Well, there's no evidence of any kind of limp or anything. So Kate Parati, the catcher, could tie this game up with a single. That's a strike. Well, you called it. I don't know why they're not going up there looking for first pitch strikes.
I know. I would be jumping on it. I already love the first pitch, and usually that was my Achilles heel. Because they'd pitch me a rise ball, and I'd be swinging out of my shoes. But
that's, he's been very consistent behind the plate with that low pitch.
He has, definitely.
It's gone both ways. Runners on the pond, ducks on the pond.
Ducks.
Right at third, Giordano at second, only one out for Kate Parati. There's a dribbler. No, get back, Giordano. Pay attention. That was a 1-3 for the second out. Bottom four batters, not really doing much here for the Lady Eagles. Methvin can help herself out. She's had a couple opportunities to do so. And she had fielder's choice as she hit third base, and they went to second for the out in the second. and lined out to third for the third out. They're playing her straight up the middle.
They're definitely playing a shift. Second baseman is literally at second base.
Medvin, now she's shifting back.
Sophie's doing a good job of telling her where the pitch is coming. That's an important thing that you have to do when you're at second. Kind of help your batter out. I mean,
man, oh man, oh man.
Just jump on it.
That'll be, remind me, we got to ask that question of your dad. You know, did he ever think about telling him to get up there looking for the first pitch strike? Heavy wind now coming in kind of into the stadium from the outfield with a little bit of movement from right field to left field. I can feel it coming in on my cheek.
Yeah, I'm cold.
I haven't had time to look at the weather to see what the temperature is. Outside pitch to Medvin. Boy, I'd like to see Kaylee get a hit here. Only one, Medvin's the only one that's been on base, and that's off of fielder's choice. There's a long fly ball, the outfield, that's gonna be a home run! Over the fence and hit the truck! A three-run homer by Kaylee Medvin to left center field, and the Lady Eagles have their first lead of the ball game. What a way to help yourself, Miss Medvin.
Wow. Wow, Tom. Holy cow, Tom.
Barely made it over the fence, but that's all it had to do.
Did it bust the back windshield out?
No, it didn't bust the back windshield out. I think it hit one of the coolers in the back of the truck.
Wow.
The guys got out of the way, though. That's good for them that they didn't reach over in play and try to make a catch on it, just to let it go right over. Little Buck Evans, I think, talking to everybody how it almost hit the fence. Three-run dinger. Another four spot for the Lady Eagles in this ball game.
Wow, wow, wow. Holy
And they
cow.
lead it by one here in the bottom of the fifth. Medvin with a three-run home run.
That is awesome, Tom. I bet you she will be on that circle pitching with everything she has.
What an answer to answer the two runs by Notre Dame with a four spot here. 2 outs, season fiascanero. Lady Eagles on fire with a 2-out rally. Let's keep it going. No reason to stop now. What a game. You know, this game is free on 446 Sports if you're watching. Thanks for doing so. I would think that this is worth every penny you've had to spend. There's a line drive, thank goodness for a net. That would have been in the dugout playing Pong. Fiascanero trying to get on base. She lined out to the shortstop in the second. There's a nice shot. And then grounded out to the first baseman in the fourth. She's got Drago on deck. Drago was a 5-3 third to first, out in the third, and a fly out to right field in the fourth. Oh, there's a dribbler. Boy, she went golfing for that one.
She did.
And that was a sand wedge. All right, sorry I hadn't been keeping up except with the score. That's the most important thing. 9-8, Lady Eagles with their first lead in the game here late in the bottom of the fifth. There's a fly ball to the left. Missed it. Fiascanero with her speed will get the second. An error on the left fielder, Daigle.
Just take a look at that crowd.
E7.
Going absolutely crazy.
Boy, the momentum has changed significantly here.
Wow.
First time Fiascanero's been on base. Medvin changed that momentum. So now the bottom half of the bottom portion of the order coming through for the Lady Eagles like they did in the last game. They had to be. Not giving up, staying in it. Game's not over. We still got 2 innings. 6 outs left to get for the Lady Eagles against the Lady Pios, and they could win this one now. Pressure is on the Lady Pios. We'll be back to the top of the lineup if Drago can get a hit here, and we might be able to take a 2-run lead with Fiasconero's speed. There's a drive to the shortstop. That's going to be missed. Drago's going to be safe at first. Fiasconero safe at home. Not giving up. Great job by Drago to leg it out at first, and Fiasconero never stopped.
Oh my goodness. I have so much built up energy. I just want to scream.
Another run for the Lady Eagles, and they lead it by 2, 10-8, and we're back at the top of the lineup with Emma Davis. Davis with a 6-3 grounder to the short in the first, a single to left field in the third, and a fly out to shortstop in the fourth, last inning. See if we can keep this going.
Keep the foot on the gas. That's all I can say about that.
4 runs in the third, none in the fourth. And the crowd completely silent now for the Lady Pios. They're all wrapped up in their blankets.
Three balls
3-0 to Davis. And then you got Sawyer Shelton and DeSalle back up. Man, if Davis can get slam.
I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do in that situation, Tom. Do you trust your pitcher, or do you think that DeSalle can do it twice? Because she showed us countless times that she can.
Well, she's got a home run and a single. There's ball 4 to Davis.
The momentum is on our side.
Drago moves to second on that walk, and she messes up my book. I have to move to the next column. Shelton now, who led off this inning with a line out to the shortstop. Coach is coming in for a talk. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. 10-8. Lady Eagles, DeSalle, Wright, Giordano, Medvin, Fiasconero, all scoring in this game. And it all started after the line out to short by Sawyer Shelton with the first out. The big blast coming from Medvin, 3-run homer to give the Lady Eagles their first lead in the game. 2 home runs by the Lady Eagles with the wind blowing in, DeSalle and Medvin. Granted, it's not 2021 or 2020 with 37 and 82 home runs, but they obviously have power.
Absolutely.
In New Iberia. I don't know how many home runs they have this year, but the
Is it New Iberia or Crowley? Where are they from?
Oh, I'm sorry, Notre Dame of Crowley, I believe. I did say New Iberia, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
All right. But the power has come from the Lady Eagles in this game. Shelton at the plate.
We need her speed on those bases.
Shelton grounded out to second in the first. Bunted her way on in the third, and lined out to the shortstop in the fifth.
How many outs we have, Tom?
We got 2 outs. She was the first of the inning with that line out to short. What a way to end our coverage of the Lady Eagles here on 446 Sports. It's been such a pleasure to be able to call the games this year for the Lady Eagles. Last year's season ended here in the quarterfinals to Calvary Baptist, the team that awaits the winner of this one in Sulphur next weekend in the Final Four, in the semis. There's ball 3.
The pitcher is rattled. The pitcher is definitely rattled.
So the bottom half of the bracket, Homa Christian advanced over Darbon Woods Charter 11-1 yesterday, and Pope John Paul's playing St. Charles 10 seed versus the 2 seed to see who faces Homa Christian. So 1 and 3 are in the Final Four already. Full count to Sawyer. Number 2, St. Charles playing right now, and number 4, Menard, and number 5, Notre Dame. You're watching it live on 446 Sports here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Shelton, 2 on, 2 outs, full count. First baseman with a play, tags first with the ball. A nice job. Ground out to 3 for the 3rd out, but the Lady Eagles answer, and answer big, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits and 5 runs, and they now lead it 10-8, lead it by 2, and the big runs came on a 3-run homer by the pitcher, Kaylee Medvin. Maybe that gives her an opportunity to kind of get over what's happened through 5, and we got 6 outs left, Sophia, before this game is the Lady Eagles.
Hopefully so, Tom.
If they can get them out in order. We'll be back with the 6th inning when we come back. 10-8 your score.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we're back live for the top of the 6th inning. And we're back at the top of the lineup, too. And they've been dangerous for the Lady Eagles. The Lady Eagles in the 4th inning got a 1-2-3 inning with Spell, Daigle, and Brown going down in order. And we need that again, because that was the first time that the top 2 batters, Spell and Daigle, had ever been out.
We can't relax right here. Cannot take our foot off the gas.
Lady Eagles lead it by 2 here in the top of the 6th.
Shout out to Miss Lynn Roy for getting me this nice warm blanket.
Yeah, I tell you what, everybody is shivering today. And that was nice of her to come and help you out. You kept saying you were getting chill bumps, from the plays, but it's really there's Kaylee Medvin with the grounder over to first. Nobody covering. Oh, my goodness. Emma Davis, got to get our heads in the game. That was an easy out right there, or should have been.
These are the little things that we just have to do right.
It's an error. And now the first runner is on, and Daigle at the plate. Daigle with a walk, a double, and then a ground out to Davis for the 4-3 putout. So be on alert. Let's get the lead runner on a grounder. Oh, a pass ball. Come on, we cannot fall apart here after taking the lead. Spell goes down to second. Takes away the leadoff out. Gonna have to hold her and get the out at first, and a little bit of pressure with Daigle being a lefty coming out of the box. So already a step ahead and a 2-0 count. Just enough to get the Lady Pios some momentum and get them cheering again. Three 3-0 the count to Medvin. I don't know, if I'm Coach Smith, I'm going out there right now to kind of talk to her and calm her down. Obviously, that lack of coverage at first base is kind of throwing her a little bit.
Yeah.
Frustrated because somebody should have been there. There's a nice pitch.
Just got to work back. Get it back.
Yep. She's had to do it all game. This has not been an easy one. It's been a battle, which 25-6 coming in against 21-10. It should have been a battle. Number 4 versus number 5. Ball 4. 2 on now, and nobody out.
The team is going to go talk to Kaylee themselves.
Go calm down. Everybody, get your head in the game and know what you're doing with the ball when it comes your way. You got to force out at third.
Ooh.
Bless you.
Thank you. I cannot be getting sick again. I just got over a sickness.
All right, Lady Eagles, be ready. They've killed us with the bunt and not knowing where we're going with it. See if she squares around. Pass ball by Parati. I mean, granted, the ball was in the dirt, but we got to start moving our body over there. Allows the runners to move without getting an out. Runners at second and third, the tying run at second now with nobody out. And Valerie Brown with a 1-0 count. Allie Tier on deck. Oh, nice stop by Parati. But she's getting down on her knees and not able to move left and right when you're on your knees like that. Laney Smith's going to call timeout and go out and have a chat with Medvin. So you've been in this huddle. Tell me what you think she's saying right now, Sophia.
Get it together in a nice way. She's probably saying it in the sweetest way possible. Please get it together. Just pitch strikes. That's all we need you to do. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, then pitch some strikes. That's probably how that went.
You know, I think she was pointing at third base. And I think maybe kind of going out there and saying, you know, look, you're not responsible for third. You know, that, yes, that should have been an out, but let's get over that.
Yeah.
You know, let's move on and get the outs so that we can hold these runners at third and second and not let anybody score. And even if they do score, we have a 2-run lead. If these 2 runs get in, it's a new game at 10-10.
Right.
I mean, the big thing now is to start getting outs from here, this batter on, and then you go into the bottom of the 6th with a lead. I mean, or even a tie. Outside pitch, 1-0.
He got to the strike.
Oh, he did? Was that a delayed call?
Yes.
Good. It looked good. So Valerie Brown at the plate, the shortstop, struck out in the first, lined out to Kaylee. There's a pop fly foul. Good thing, because, boy, Giordano playing in. And then struck out in the 4th. That's probably another thing that Coach Smith was talking about in there, going, look, you got to get over this because you've struck this girl out twice. You know, this could be our first out in the game, even though the first batter should have been out. Let's get this one. There's a foul ball into the tennis courts. Actually made it over the tennis courts. Rolling around out there in the football parking area for the team. Uh-oh, one of our banners is coming down along the fence. Good thing it's the last game of the year.
Yeah.
2 strikes. Oh, she chased that rise ball. What do we got, a 1-2 count? I can't see the balls. And strikes.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Mr. Campbell came in and tightened up our roof.
Yeah, it
you
looks
notice
really
that?
nice.
It's not like blowing up and down.
Really nice.
Boy, what a big thank you for Mr. Campbell, Mr. Darrell Campbell. There's a ball, 2-2 to count maybe. But for putting this up, what a spot to be in all year long, and to be able to watch these games and televise them.
Must be a full count because the dugout's saying base hit ball 4.
Okay.
This is a great hard fought at bat right here.
Yeah, she's doing a nice job of staying alive. We got to get the out though. Cannot afford to walk her because we're getting into the heart of the lineup where most of the runs have scored. The next two batters have scored 4 of the 8 runs.
Oh, my goodness.
Allie Tier hit a grounder to third and was thrown out in the first, then walked in the third and scored, and doubled in the 5th and scored on the error by Fiasconero. There's a pop fly coming deep. That's in fair territory. Oh, it's going to be foul, but Drago can't get over there. Almost like Annabelle kind of couldn't remember where the fence was. She's playing so far over, though. Brown pulled that one too, huh?
If she can spot a changeup right now. Oh, my goodness.
How many foul balls has that been in a row?
Too many.
Is that Kayla Busby?
Yep, Kayla Busby.
Great to see her out and about. Got a big crowd here, and they're still here, and why not? It's a 10-8 ball game in the top of the 6th inning.
There's that changeup.
Tell you what, she's been able to pull it too. I think I'd have Drago playing the line or a little bit closer to the line to be able to cover it. What a game. What a game. What a game. Still need 3 outs.
Mr. Sal.
Come on, we need a strikeout right here. Pull the trigger. Fly ball, that's got a chance. It's going to be hauled in by Sawyer Shelton. The throw in, that will score the run, but it is a great at-bat by Valerie Brown. The long fly ball advances both runners, and we got a 1-run ball game as the Lady Pios make it 10-9, but a big out for the Lady Eagles. Now they got to get Tier. Tier's only been out once, and that was in the first inning. Infield's got to know where they're going with the ball. Got to check the runner and make the out at first. Uncharacteristic mistakes on defense that we haven't seen in a while have occurred in this game up to this point. But you can wipe it all away if they can get out of this inning. There's a foul ball into the tennis courts. I mean, the fact that Lady Eagles have come back and taken the 10-8 lead to start, now it's 10-9, kind of erases those mistakes. But you can't make any from here on out. Both Tier and Guidry, who's on deck, have both scored twice in this game. Parati's got a throw there to Giordano, who's trailing the runner. Runner's trying to get back. But Chansey, if you make a bad throw, you got the tying run that crosses the plate. Oh, there's a strike. Be a huge strikeout here if we can get it.
Absolutely. Ooh, that wind is coming in.
Temperature's getting colder.
Yes, it is, very much so. Woo-hoo.
I wonder if I'll be able to drive home. My legs are frozen. Foul ball out the right field side. They have been able to put the bat on the ball and hang in there with foul balls. If this were overhand baseball, that pitch count would be way, it's still way up, but there's a line drive out to right field. Fiasconero hauls it in, got to throw home. What a job by Fiasconero to hold the runner. The Notre Dame coach can't believe that she didn't tag up and go in for the score. Nice job. Fly out to 9 and holding the runner for 2 outs with Guidry coming to the plate. That was a huge play and a mistake by the runner at third. Dago with speed could have challenged that, but instead Notre Dame trails still 10-9, and the Lady Eagles with a chance to get out of this inning with the lead after putting the first 2 runners on. Oh, ground ball gets by DeSalle. Nice scoop, but not in time. Great backup by Emily DeSalle and a nice throw, but just too far real estate to be able to get the ball over there in time. Giordano not able to handle that one. Allows Dago to score anyway, and we got a whole new ball game. 10-10. Tie ball game with 2 outs and a runner at first. And Abshire at the plate, who walked in the second and scored, and then grounded out to, what is that? Must be a 1-3. Grounded out to the pitcher, Medvin. Yeah, the last 2 times she's grounded out to the pitcher. Oh my gosh, Parati's got it.
It hit the girl.
She stuck her arm out. It hit the bat. Oh, now look, she's running down there. Now she's playing it up. First hit by pitch. Guidry goes down the second. The go-ahead run brings up Ava Yates. Strikeout victim in the second, lined out to DeSalle in the third, and had a bunt that really caused problems for us last inning because Giordano mindset as to where they're going with the ball and where they're supposed to be guarding the plate or bag. We need Parati to stop everything that gets thrown her way to keep the runners at first and second and not let them advance. The go-ahead run at second base right now with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And boy, the Eagles are limited on the number of outs left in the game for themselves if they fall behind. Took their first lead in the game in the bottom of the 5th with a 5 spot to make it 10-8, and have given 2 runs back here in the top of the 6th. And with only 1 hit.
The sun looks like it wants to come out. I hope it does.
I would welcome that sun.
Me too. With
big time.
Open arms. It should not be this cold.
Come on, Lady Eagles. There's a strike. How is that not a strike? Shake it off, Medvin. Shake it off, Kaylee.
Yeah, we have to stay composed.
Come on now. Come on. You got two strikes. And I don't know how many balls. At least 2. Hopefully not a full count. Let's go. Let's go. 2 outs.
Runner.
Both runners advance. Just jumped out a little too far and not able to get up and get the ball. There's a line drive. Drago makes the catch. What a catch by Annabelle Drago, diving to save the runs for the 3rd out. The line out to 7 for the 3rd out. Oh my goodness. 2 runs on 1 hit for the Lady Pios, and a game-saving play maybe by Annabelle Drago, laying out to catch that ball and left and steal momentum back for the Lady Eagles. It's a tie ball game at 10 apiece as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and we will have, who do we have coming up? We got DeSalle leading it off, Sophia.
That's awesome.
Let's see what happens. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as of the real estate world in the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
And we are back with the bottom half of the 6th inning as we'll have DeSalle, Wright, and Giordano. And they have made a pitching change. We've got number 1, Ava Yates from right field comes in to pitch. And she's going to warm up. I wish I'd have seen that because I'd have made one more trip. Oh, my goodness, it is cold. I'm not sure what they did with Johnson. Johnson was the flex player who was the pitcher. And I don't know if she stayed in the field and went somewhere or who went to right field. Right field number 17, is that it?
I see a Z.
Now they're moving somebody else out.
Yeah, it was 17, but now it's somebody else out there.
They put Haley Melanson out there, but then just pulled her back and moved. Is that Anna Francis out to right field?
Number 7.
Number 7. They moved Abshire, the designated player, out to right field.
Up comes DeSalle. Here we go.
Emily DeSalle facing the new pitcher, and they're going to pitch to her. There's a line drive to the shortstop. Hit solidly, though. Boy, she went up there looking for that first pitch strike.
She did it right.
That's what we were talking about. Addie Wright needs to do the same thing. First pitch strikes. Let's attack. Don't need to wait and fall behind. Menard with 5 outs remaining in the game.
Tie ball game.
Unless it remains tied at the end of 7 and you get extra softball for extra free on 446 Sports. I'm Tom Boucher with the voice of the Lady Eagles and voice of the Eagles football team and basketball. And Sophia Scully with me, LSUA freshman, communications major, and intern for 446 Sports.
Yep.
So glad to have her all season. Started with basketball and been with us through the softball season. Been a big plus to the broadcast.
Thank you, Tom. Glad to be here.
Let me clear this up. Oh, no, it is bottom of the 6th. 1 out, nobody on. Addie Wright at the plate, number 17, the first baseman, calling for time and finally gets it. Wright, Giordano, and Parati. Wright lined out to the pitcher in the first, singled to left field in the third and scored, and singled to center in the 5th with a big hit to center field and scored later in that 5 spot. Part of the 3-run homer. That ball got by the center fielder and allowed DeSalle to score from first. And then Giordano got on. There it is, a ball 4. Wright draws the walk. And now Giordano coming to the plate. The wind not blowing nearly as hard right now. There's actually kind of a furl in the flag. It's not straight out. Giordano's got the strength to go yard. Had an E on the E5 on Guidry to get on base, but then Guidry made 2 great plays. That was in the first. She doubled in the second to right center field.
Oh, good job.
To score 2 runs, and singled in the 5th to get on base, and had Wright, Addie Wright, and Sophie Giordano on base when Medvin came up and hit the 3-run homer. So I'd like to see that again. One out here on the line out to short by DeSalle. Go ahead and run it first for the Lady Eagles here in the bottom of the 6th. Got to find a way to get that runner around. Oh, Giordano early and on top of that pitch. 2-strike count on Giordano, but it only takes one.
This one's for the team.
Wright needs to pay attention at first. There's a line drive. That's going to drop in. She's got to go. You got to get on your horse. What do you? She's safe, but why was she trotting to second?
Coach Gully's asking her the same thing.
She's lucky to be safe. That's not a dead ball. Or did they call it dead? The catcher interference or something? I mean, I don't. You got to hustle down there. That's a force out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if there's interference or not. She should have been running full speed regardless.
Kate Parati coming to the plate. The catcher has had a rough day at the plate. Fielder's choice to third base. There's a pop-up out of play. A ground out to short in the third. That fielder's choice to third was in the second. And then grounded out to the pitcher for the second out with runners on, with 2 runners on. And that's when Mevin stepped up and hit it out. 1 out, 2 on for the Lady Eagles. There's a grounder to the, gotta run, you gotta run. Safe at first. There's no pausing. I don't get what's going on with Addie. That's a grounder, you gotta go. So fielder's choice, 6-5 for the second out on right. Giordano goes to second. Parati at first with the Mevin coming to the plate. She grounded out to the third baseman in the first, lined out to the third baseman in the third, and then hit a big 3-run blast over the right center field fence for a 3-run homer to put the Lady Eagles up. And she's got 2 on. Giordano and Parati are on waiting. Giordano at second, Parati at first. There's a fly ball out of play over to the tennis courts.
And Albanian is running for Parati.
Courtesy runner and Albanian. Calling courtesy runner and Albanian to first base, please. All right, runners at first and second. I'm following it behind in my duties there with 2 outs. 10-10 the score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. What a game. They're out of balls because the Lady Pios were fouling off so many in the last inning. That's Ava Yates in the circle. Medvin ahead of that one. 2-strike count. A little bit slower pitcher.
Yeah.
Does it seem like it?
Yeah. It's really important that we don't strain these runners.
Yeah, boy, it'd be huge if we could get a ball in the gap and score Giordano and take the lead. Then you'd be 3 outs away from a win. There's a pass ball. Get down, better run.
Now there she is. There she is. I bet you that's exactly what Big Tom just said out loud. There she is. Just do your job. Just put the ball in play somewhere.
I tell you what, Giordano better be ready. I don't understand the trotting. We should be running hard at every opportunity. And as a pass ball here, you better be on your horse. Oh, just got a piece of it. You know, we've had trouble with slower pitchers.
We have.
Being able to time them. Time it out. Don't think they didn't know that by bringing in this pitcher this late in the game after we. Ooh, a good take there. Is that a full count?
I can't see his hands.
We need to put some white tape or yellow tape or some kind of bright color to be able to see that far away. There's a low pitch.
A walk.
Bases loaded walk. And Fiascanero coming to the plate. Fiascanero got on with an E error to right field. Amelie
Ledette. Adeline Ledette.
Adeline Ledette, number 4, coming in to pinch run for Medvin. Fiascanero lined out to short in the second inning. Grounded out to the pitcher in the 4th and hit a shot out to left field that did not get caught. She ended up at second on the play. And then Drago singled to score to pick up the 10th run. Oh, hit her.
Nope, it didn't.
I wish it would have. Nothing, I'm not asking for Fiascanero to be injured, but that would be the go-ahead run. Oh, my God. Strike one.
2-1 count.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
This has been an amazing game.
10-10 ball game, bottom of the 6th inning, 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Lady Eagles. Fiascanero with the foul ball. And 2 strikes. 2-2 the count for Fiascanero. Come on, season.
This is huge.
Your season right here for the Lady Eagles. There's a dribbler. Again, you got to run it. Got to run it out all the time. These are mind mistakes.
Yeah, mental.
That shouldn't be happening this late in the season in the quarterfinals for the Lady Eagles. I'm not sure why they're not in it. High fly ball to center field. She's camped underneath it, and she makes the catch for the 3rd out, leaving bases loaded, stranded with 1 hit and no runs. We go to the top of the 7th inning with a 10-all score with Brown, Stanford, and Spell coming to the plate as they get back 8-9-1 for the top of the 7th inning. We're back with more right after these messages.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
All right, we're getting ready for the final, well, may not be the final inning. It is the final inning of regular play, 7th inning, but we have a tie ball game, 10-10. Say hello to the 90-plus viewers or households that are watching tonight at the commercial. There we go. Now we're back to view it anyway. Medvin with a first pitch ball to the 8th hitter, Lydia Brown and Lainey Stanford. Looks like rain might be coming in. I don't know how much longer we have. It looks like it's dark outside, and it's only 4:15 in the afternoon. 2 low pitches. Cannot start the 8-hole hitter with a walk. Mr. Darrell Campbell listening and watching the game. Appreciate you for the stands and the view that we have. There's a nice pitch. 2-1 to count. Appreciate you tuning in as well to the game. So Brown singled in the second. There's strike. Got to be 2-2 the count. And then had a pop-up to the shortstop in the fifth. Had a single in the third. So got 2 hits on the day for Brown. Winner of this game goes to the Final Four at Frash Park in Sulphur to face number 1 seeded Calvary Baptist. So it doesn't get any easier after this game.
Somebody caught it.
But I will say, this game is a great warm-up for whoever wins it to take on Calvary Baptist.
Absolutely.
3-2 the count.
That hit Kate.
Caught her in the arm.
I don't know where it got her.
She's shaking her arm off.
Whoa, it is cold. I'm freezing.
Well, you know, that's one of the things that I guess, you know, if Kate would, she dropping to her knees to make the stop, leaves her, you know, it makes it difficult for her to move left and right to get in front of the ball. Is that something new now that they're teaching, Sophia?
What?
To drop to your knees?
To block the
for
ball,
the pitch?
absolutely. No, not for the pitch. She shouldn't be dropping her knees for the pitch.
But, I mean, you got to move left and right when it's coming that way because that's how her arm stays exposed.
Well, one knee, she's bringing one knee down right before the pitch gets there, which is normal for framing purposes. But if it's in the dirt, it's harder to maneuver if your momentum's already going down.
There's a line drive up the middle for a base hit by Brown. Hate to see the first runner get on. That just puts pressure on the team, on the defense. Everybody's got to get their head on straight to know where you're covering because they like to bunt and steal.
Yeah, I was about to
So
say.
somebody needs to be covering second base and know who it is. This is Stanford coming to the plate. She bunted in the second inning for a single. That one went up to Addie, and she didn't tag her. And then a ground out to short in the third and a fly out to little pop fly to third base. Kaylee, got to get over that.
I think that was everybody. That wasn't just Kaylee.
No, I know. But, I mean, they all got to get out. Your head can't be in that pitch. It's got to be what play are you making when it comes your way, especially if she squares the bunt. We've had too many times in this game where they've been out of position, you know, because they haven't thought about where they're supposed to be. Nobody out, a runner at first. There's the bunt. The throw over to first to get the out, but the lead runner. One, 3 for the out, but the runner, the go-ahead run is at second base. Back to the top of the lineup. And danger for the Lady Eagles with a runner at second. Keely Spell singled to right center field in the first and scored. Hit a fielder's choice to DeSalle in the second, and she got on. She went around to score and lined out to Giordano in the fourth, and an error allowed her to get on and score. Last inning in the sixth. Daigle on deck. Spell has scored 3 of the 10 runs herself. So it need to keep her off the base path. High pitch, 2-1. The count. Lady Eagles cannot afford to fall behind and put that pressure on themselves for the top of the 7th. But the good news is there's a hit to center field. Got to get it in. They hold the runner. Spell with the single up the middle. Moves Brown over to third. The go-ahead run at third with 1 out. And Dago coming to the plate. Walked in the first, doubled in the second, and a ground out to Davis in the 4th. And then walked in the 6th and scored. Been on base 3 times, 3 out of 4 times. 2 walks, a hit. And they're going to let the runner go down to second as they squared the bunt. Got to know if they're going to try to squeeze bunt. 1-0 the count. Got to talk if Brown is trying to score on the bunt. There's a long fly ball. That could get out of here. All the way to the fence. Drago going to try to score it home. The throw down, not in time, but a great catch by Drago at the fence. Long fly ball. For out number 2, Brown comes in to score, and they hold the runner at second. But the Lady Pios have the lead now with 2 outs. And Valerie Brown coming to the plate. She struck out in the first, lined out to Medvin at pitcher in the second, struck out in the 4th, and flew out to center field in the 6th. See if they try to get the runner over to third with a square up to bunt and steal third. Big run, though, for the Lady Pios as they regain the lead here in the top of the 7th out of Acadia Parish. Notre Dame Lady Pios. That's Crowley, Louisiana. Whew, what a game. Back and forth, momentum down. What a game, folks. Game started a little bit before 2 o'clock. We're 2.5 hours in. And we'll have Drago, who just made a big catch at the wall. I thought it had a chance to get out of here. Huge catch. Holding the runner at second. Just not enough to be able to get the runner going home. It was deep enough to score the runner from third on the tag up. 2-strike count. See if Medvin can blow one by her. She's got 2 strikeouts on Valerie Brown in the game. Every other inning.
What's the count?
The wind coming. Something in 2.
I'm freezing.
Boy, the wind is picking up again. We got to hurry up and finish this game before the rain gets here.
Big pitch right here.
Got to get out of this. Got to get out of this inning with just the 1 run and see if we can pick up 2 in the bottom half. Full count. 3-2 the count to Brown. You really don't want to get into the next batter, Tier. Let's get Brown here. High fly ball coming over the fence. That's going to be foul. That's a foul ball. That's the closest one we've had. Well, we did have the scoreboard. But in terms of being over in left field, you know, by us. Woo, she got a hold of that one. Thank goodness it was foul. That would have been a 2-run dinger and really difficult to come back from. A 1-run deficit for the Lady Eagles right here. They scored a run. Brown singled and came around to score. Oh, walked her. Brown moves to first on the walk. That brings up Allie Tier, the first baseman. Ground out to Giordano in the first. Walked in the third and scored. Doubled in the fifth and scored, and flied out to right field to Fiasconero in the sixth. Only need one out here to get out of the inning. You think Methvin's getting tired?
Probably. I can imagine she definitely is.
Got to dig deep right here. Let's get one out. All we need is an out. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Here in the top of the 7th, 2-0 count. It's almost time for a pitching change, really.
She's got to push it out. She's got one more out.
We're gonna leave the camera on the field. It's crazy. Come on. There's a high fly ball to center field. Camped underneath it is Sawyer Shelton for the fly out to 8. The wind getting to him on that one for the 3rd out. Nice job for the Lady Eagles to get out of that one. 2 hits and 1 run. And we've got an 11-10 ball game as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's Drago, Davis, and Shelton coming to the plate. And we're back with more after these messages. Down to the final 3 outs of the ball game. If the Lady Eagles are unable to get a run across to tie it, they trail 11-10 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Annabelle Drago at the plate to lead off the bottom half of the 7th inning. Vital to get Drago on base. Drago's got some power too, but the wind is even stronger now, blowing in to the field. 1-1 to count to Annabelle Drago. Inside pitch. Oh, they called that a strike. Drago was turning around as if it was close to hitting her. Two-strike count, 2-2 the count to Drago. Boy, you rushed and beat me to it. And then there's a line in there.
Yeah.
Good hustle by Sophia Scully.
Woo.
Coming back to run camera. Boy, they are banging on that fence. Full count to Drago. We got to have Drago on. Full count. Yates came in to pitch and did a nice job of kind of squelching the route. Oh, there's ball 4 to Annabelle Drago. Huge walk, and you know what happens, Sophia, usually when the first batter gets on with a walk?
They usually score.
They usually score.
Usually.
The odds are in their favor.
Oh, my gosh.
They're probably going to play everybody up because Davis can bunt. She's a good bunter. The defense is going to talk. I mean, coach is going to come out and make sure his defense is, you know, aware of where they're going and what they're doing. Huge to have Drago on base here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Only 3 outs remain for the Lady Eagles, and they trail by 1, 11-10. Drago's on first, and now it's the top of the lineup. Davis, Shelton, and DeSalle. It'll be interesting to see what happens if DeSalle comes to the plate with 2 or 3 people on. Davis pushes it. She's going to be safe. He splits. First baseman and the pitcher. What a bunt by Emma Davis. Wow. She put some power behind that bunt and squirted it right by them. They were not anticipating it. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. What a bunt by Emma Davis. A single. Not sure what he's doing here. Questioning.
Looks like a
they're going to
change.
pitching change. Oh, all right. It's my turn.
Oh, Tom.
You talk.
What, Tom? You're leaving me with the biggest game ending.
Yeah, but you got to warm up.
Oh my gosh. You better run, Tom. Well, everyone, it's the Sophia Scully takeover. Tom Boucher has officially left the booth and is running. We're going to see a new pitcher warming up here as Lady Eagles have jumped on Notre Dame with 2 runners on in the bottom of the 7th, down 11-10. There are no outs for the Lady Eagles, and the top of the lineup is up to bat. The second batter is coming up, Sawyer Shelton, with this new pitcher. The winner of this game will advance to Sulphur next weekend and face number 1 Calvary Baptist in the semifinals. Coming up to bat, number 18, Sawyer Shelton. Runners on first and second, nobody out. And the infield is playing way up. She bunted a pop-up, and it was caught by the catcher. Runners are safe on first and second, but that does bring us to 1 out for the Lady Eagles. Up comes Emily DeSalle. Emily has a home run and a single on the day, and if she puts this ball over, that would be the game for the Lady Eagles. Wind is blowing in. Here comes the pitch. Ball is up and caught. No, she hit a pop fly. 2 outs for the Pios. Runners on first and second for the Eagles. And up comes Addie Wright.
Two outs for the Lady Eagles. 2 runners on. Addie Wright. Where did DeSalle pop up?
Second base.
And a pop-up bunt, huh?
Yes.
Addie Wright lined out to the pitcher in the first, a single in the third, and scored. A single in the fifth and scored, and walked in the sixth, and was thrown out at second for the second out. And now here, 1 out away. Line drive caught by the third baseman Guidry to end the game. And the Lady Pios win it 11-10 on the road against the Lady Eagles. But what a hit by Addie Wright. Just a great play by the third baseman Guidry. She's made some great plays all game long over there at third. You got 1 hit, no runs, and no one left on base. And the Lady Eagles season ends here at the Nest in the quarterfinals for the second year in a row by the score of 11-10. What a game this was. Number 4 versus number 5 in the quarterfinals. And now Notre Dame, the Lady Pios, will advance to Sulphur next week to take on the number 1 seeded Calvary Baptist in Frash Park in Sulphur, Louisiana. Coach Scully will have a word with his players who are upset, undoubtedly, and did not want to see the season come to an end, but unfortunately it has. And you saw it right here on 446 Sports. But congratulations to the Lady Eagles on an excellent season. And I think that's rain coming.
Yep, and congratulations to Emily DeSalle as she takes her final walk off of this Lady Eagles field where she's played for the last 6 years. She's done an amazing job.
We're going to call it quits here because it's raining and I don't want the equipment to get wet. And we'll talk to your dad later. And I think we'll have a show Sunday, and we can kind of recap it a little bit there. But that's it. The Lady Eagles lose this one 11-10, and their season comes to an end a lot earlier than they thought. They wanted to make it to Sulphur. But what a season. Congratulations to Coach Scully, to Laney Smith, to Julio Ortiz, to KK, and to all the Lady Eagles for the work that they put in this year. And what a thriller they gave all the Eagles fans all year long, and just proving how tough they are after a rough start to the season to win 17 in a row until just now. That's it. Been a Lady Eagle softball for Sophia Scully. I'm Tom Boucher. This has been Lady Eagle Softball on 446 Sports. Thanks for joining us, and thanks to all of our sponsors for allowing it to happen for us to bring you the games that we brought you. God bless everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And that's it.
Go Eagles.
That's it. End of the season. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.